You proved me wrong. This ain't a regular love, babe. It's that waking out your sleep with me massaging your feet, babe. It's that anything you want, I'm only here to please you, baby. You're in my command. Your kiss sends me a shot of dopamine. Oh no, I never had an interest in us until I met you. And I don't know if it's real or is it just a phase I'll go through, but I feel that it's true. We don't need no labels, babe. What we got is something different. We don't need no labels, babe. Lady, we don't need no labels to show that what we have is something special. For sure, for sure. I don't feel it's a one night stand. No, no, no. It's that look you in your eyes, make love in paradise. A one life stand. It's that sweep you off your feet, give you everything you need. That's what I'm feeling. It's that don't pick up the phone, cause we wanna be alone. And I never thought I'd feel this way, then you came along and proved me wrong. Oh no, I never had an interest in us until I met you. And I don't know if it's real, or is it just a phase I go through, but I feel that it's true. We don't need no labels, babe. What we got is something different. We don't need no labels, babe. Lady, we don't need no labels to show that what we have is something special. For sure. Since you came in my life, I see so clear now, yeah. You're so special. No need for labels.
Kris the Critic Relationship Hour with Gina B. Why you are not married. Number one, you ain't all that. I know that's hard for y'all to swallow. I don't look as good as my 22-year-old self. People need to realize that. You just ain't all that. And I get it. I got this master's degree. I went to this school, that school. I worked hard for this job, for this house. And then she over there got that man, and you don't have one. Men are very simple creatures. So, ladies, for you very accomplished ladies, I got some advice for them.
What's that?
I always say it like this. You can write this one down. Be a kitten, not a cat. What does that mean, Kris?
What does that mean?
You ever played with a kitten? It's real friendly. It almost acts like a puppy. And you want to play with it. You want to come look at the little kitty. It just makes you feel good. Now, have you ever seen an adult cat? When it feels like it, it might rub against your leg and move away. But is that men like kittens?
Kittens will play with anybody. A cat is particular.
Listen, what did we learn? Men are very simple creatures.
Right.
You can fool us. We want you to laugh at our dumb jokes. So all you super smart women out there, you good-looking women, you see a guy you like, you guys do make it out on a date. He actually pays for the date. When you're actually with that person, the dialogue is happening, the dinner is happening. You say, okay, this might work, this might work. It would help if you act a little blind.
Oh, my God. Becky.
I mean, you're going to hear me say that a lot. I mean, be nice to him.
Okay.
You hear the worst joke ever, but if you sort of like them, laugh at it. There you go. Hey, it's a lot of married women out there. If we got any married women chiming in.
Look,
if I'm telling a lie,
that one's a fake laugh.
Let me know. Right.
What you're saying is that we should cater to the male ego, and that's what's ultimately going to get us married.
I'm first saying recognize that I think some of us, more women than men, look in the mirror. You ever seen a little lion look in the mirror and see somebody real big? They see somebody a little more fine than what they are. And I'm not calling anybody ugly, so I'm not here to bash anybody.
Let's look at Middle America, okay? Middle America is not attractive.
They're not.
Middle America's largely married.
Okay, I think we're on the same page then. People sort of, we get stuck to reality shows sometime and think we're supposed to have, I got a degree in a house, so I'm supposed to have Idris Elba or his twin.
Well, I mean, have you noticed, okay, so you remember your friends from high school, right? And you remember how they had all of these qualifications for, if she's going to lock me down, she got to be this, that. She's got to have an ass like bam.
That's all we really looked at. Stop right there. You had me at. That's really, what are men? Simple creatures. We want to be fed. We want you to laugh at us, give us some, and that's it. To get us.
I don't know what you did, but you did it right. Girl, you make it look so easy. Everywhere you go, heads turning left and right. Can't say you a dime, you're a 20-piece. 'Cause girl, you're the reason I be acting funny. Everything in me telling me don't let you get away. And all the guys looking like they wanna love you. Every day I'm your body got not over my dead body. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, nails done, when you put that grown on. Why you gotta look so good, 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 good? With your hair done, nails done, when you put that grown on, girl. Why you gotta look so good? I can look and see you're not an average chick. You're shutting it down everywhere you go. Girl, I want you as bad as I want a check. 'Cause you're sexy from head to toe. Girl, you're the reason I be acting funny. Everything in me telling me don't let you get away. And all the guys looking like they wanna love you. Every day I'm your body, got not over my dead body. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, nails done, when you put your grown on. It's something about you when you put your grown on. Oh, when you're waking up straight out of bed, girl, why you gotta look so good? Oh, when you're at the job just taking a break, girl, why you gotta look so good? In the club turning up, why you gotta look so good? On the dance floor giving more. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Girl, you know you be killing them when you be getting your own woman. No, why you gotta look so good? With your hair done and your nails done, when you put that grown on, girl, why you gotta look so good? Girl, why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good?
How do you know if this is working? Oh, I see it now. Okay, I hear it.
Happy Tuesday, people. I'm Kris, the critic of the Kris and Gina Relationship Show. And these two beautiful ladies joining me. To my left, your right. You know it's Gina B.
You know it's me. What's up?
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, Christopher. with
And
a
this
K.
young lady who I had to drag into the studio. Chicken.
Chicken. Why do they call you chicken?
You want to tell people what is chicken?
Yeah.
Actually, that'll be great. Get it all out the way. When I was younger, I worked at North Pier here in Chicago, and it was my first job, and I had like 30 minutes to figure out what to eat and stand in line because it was crowded and eat it. And my boss said everything I ate real fast, like I had a little bird's beak, like a little chicken. And it was Fudge Princess Chicken Hawk since I was 16.
And that stuck.
And that stuck.
And your family calls you chicken?
Many of them.
Okay.
Not the older ones, but the younger ones do, yeah.
The older one's like, baby, I ain't calling
Is
you
that
chicken.
anything
Well,
close?
we have a whole nother family nickname for me, so but they call me that.
Is that
Okay.
anything close to your real name?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
All right.
Okay.
Before we get started, I usually let Gina know what national.
Yes,
day
because
it
I'm
is.
excited about that. That's my favorite part of the show.
And since I didn't look it up,
You didn't? I thought you were doing that on the
it's
way home.
actually National Pierogi Day
Pierogi, ew.
and National Hero Day
National Hero Day?
and National, what is that?
National Fluffernutter Day. Oh, that's that. Oh, you know what? That's that sandwich. That
Basically,
people eat with
October
peanut
8th
butter
sucks.
and fluff, that marshmallow fluff that sounds like I'm going to vomit any second.
You know what that was for real?
A fluffernutter, yeah. It's peanut butter and marshmallow fluff on a sandwich. As if any of those things belong together on bread. This is completely fucking disgusting. Anyway, go ahead.
We're going to jump right in it. As you all know, relationships, long-term relationships, they're struggling a little bit.
They are.
Will we agree?
Everyone's got a relationship complaint.
We all on the same page.
I mean,
Right.
we're married, you and I.
Right.
Not to each other. But
No,
in case you're new here.
just in case. Single or married?
Single.
Okay.
But
Anybody-
previously married.
Previously married twice.
Any
Okay.
guys catching this show later, and you're interested, holler at me. I can put you in touch with Chicken.
Bird is married.
Be
Chicken
gainfully employed.
We'll go. If you want to be chicken side dish, you just
Be
call
gainfully
in.
employed.
Yes. Come on in.
What just happened here?
I'm just saying. We're
What
just.
just
You
happened
can thank
here?
me later. You can thank me later.
Don't listen to him.
Today's show.
What?
So we gonna brainstorm here. Normally I come with a bunch of facts, stats. You should do that. Get a
Oh,
better
boy,
chance
that's
that.
he's got
I have
zero.
0 notes.
Which is so weird. And
I
is that even a new notebook?
It's a new notebook.
That's why you have no notes.
I literally have no notes because this is more of a. I told you it's gonna be a conversation.
gonna
You
be a
were
good
worried
conversation.
I was gonna come
Yeah,
beat you over the head like
yes.
you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong.
He might still do that, but he'll be a little nicer about it if you're sitting next to him. Don't start with him on In the Zone. If you are in the In the Zone Facebook group, by the way,
I love In the
Yes.
Zone.
Love
Chris?
It. Love it.
we'll go in
Yes, he does.
like a roto
Well,
rooter.
Yes.
He'll go
There
in
are a
that
few
ass.
rogue women in that group
Rogue women.
that are thugs.
Thugs. Okay.
They are thugs.
Oh, is Chicken a thug? Chicken, are you a thug? I don't, you know what? I have something called a job, which means I'm not in there very much. Chris always has to call me and say, "Did you see what I wrote in the zone?" I'm like, "No, dude, because I'm
Lies.
working."
Lies.
Like,
She sees it.
No, I don't.
So what we're doing today? We gonna do this for everybody, right? I think. Look up. I sent some notes out. We're gonna do dating outside the box.
Outside the box.
Because if you are 30, 35, 40, north of 40, and you want to be in a long-term relationship, because everybody doesn't want to.
Right.
But if you do,
Yeah.
and it ain't really worked out yet, you might want to try something different. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Fellas, you done met 30 women in your life. Ladies, you done met 30 dudes. Didn't work. We gonna just talk
It's the
about it.
definition of insanity to do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So,
All right.
I'm
That's
just
all I
saying.
got. Gina B, take over the show.
Okay, so I'll take over because this is the only chance I ever get to do that. It's, you know, there are things that we look for in relationships and things that we gravitate toward, right? And if everything keeps going wrong, the common denominator is guess who? That's right, you. So
I like it.
you have to start thinking about, what am I doing wrong? What am I looking for? What am I tolerating? What am I accepting? Who am I not considering? Which is the topic of this show, that might actually be a better outcome, right? Or a different outcome than what are you doing?
I was showing you the notes.
Then what? Well, why are you doing that? Because
I'm
now it's
sorry.
okay. Then what you're accustomed to. I'll look at the notes over here. How about that?
I just messed up everything.
You did just see. You're not used to doing this. Chris
I'm
is
not.
like,
That's not what the people are seeing, right? They're not
no.
seeing it.
It's
Okay.
like I got this right here.
We
Okay.
used my phone as tech support, and I touched
So-
it and messed everything.
So
up.
let's talk. Okay, so let's go from the beginning.
Just-
What are the major now in dating? Because you're the one here that is dating. Chris,
You're a
Chris,
dating expert.
I've been
I'm
with
not.
my husband together 15, married 1. Chris has been with his wife how long?
I last dated in the early 90s. No.
Okay. Early 90s. In the 1900s, he dated.
Many moons
You
ago.
should have dated this year. but okay.
I date every year. I'm just the same person.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, just keep dating your wife.
Okay, good.
See that? I stay on my toes.
Just making sure.
Lordy, Lord. Okay, so Chicken, you've been dating. Have you been dating? Like, have you been like out in these streets?
So I have been in the streets, not in the streets, but I've been in the streets, whereas I've been meeting people. And as far as dating, I think the meeting process is strong for me in that I just have higher standards.
Okay. So what do you think are the major issues in long-term relationships and dating right now?
Oh, man. I think the major issues is people not being honest with what it is that they want and their satisfaction. I think that...
Let me give y'all something here. Men, y'all know we do that a lot. See? I give it both ways.
I thought I was going to have time to drink. I thought you was about to go on.
No, I'm listening.
So I think that for women, we tend to get lost in our relationships where we'll give, and then we'll start, wanting to make the man happy, make the family happy, and we'll give more of ourselves than what what we need, and so then we forget about our needs, and then when it's time to fulfill our needs, now we're frustrated, and now we're trying to communicate our needs, but we haven't been communicating our needs over the last 5 years, and now it seems like it's all of a sudden, but it's not, and I think that that's part of the issue when it comes to long-term dating, trying to make sure that the man's needs are met, the family, if there's children involved, and the household needs are met, and then the woman's needs are met.
That sounds personal, Chicken.
Of course.
Have you not been putting yourself first in these relationships? That's what it sounds like.
Yes, that is exactly what my downfall is for both my last two marriages. I'm a two-time offender, and but yeah, that's
don't go
been
back
my
to jail
issue.
for the third time. No, it's but you know what? Sorry, Chris. I mean,
no, that's the question. I wanted to bag up a little bit.
Bag it up.
Not just you, but any single issues. It just all have to be you. What's out in these streets. In terms of meeting folks, right? We know a lot of people meet online because we're thinking outside the box. How are most people meeting each other? Just in the street, at the mall, at the gym, still old school? Or how many people meet online? Because I know a lot of guys who are single, at least they hook up with people they meet online. I don't know if they date them.
Well, they're online to hook up.
Just the guys.
In a lot of ways. Well, no, not just the guys. Women are online to hook up too. Anyway, go ahead. She's like, what?
You do online dating?
She's like, huh?
No.
Do your friends, anybody? Because I know people who do.
I do know a couple people that have done online dating, but no, I particularly don't necessarily believe in online
okay,
dating.
let's back up a little bit. Now, when you meet a man, you don't believe in online dating, right? So when you meet a guy, what are your factors of choice? Like, so when you meet a guy, what boxes are you ticking that makes him a person that you want to date?
So the first thing that ends up, I lose a lot of guys that maybe inbox me or maybe even text me. I met them at the street or at the gym or something like that. The first thing is during that first couple of conversations, they greet me with "Hey, sexy," or "Good morning, sexy," or "You look sexy." The term "sexy" just turns me off in every stretch of the imagination.
Men, note to self.
What do you think about
don't
that? When
call
you
her
single?
sexy.
Did you dislike being called sexy?
She's married though.
I mean, when she was,
I mean, I'm trying to think. Like, I really didn't have a lot of. I mean, I've been together for 15 years. So people weren't sliding in inboxes so much back.
It's not a word that I would use.
Yeah, hey, sexy. Like, that is a little.
You see how it sounds?
That is a little.
Kind of reminds me of a drunk.
That's a little rib tip. You know what I mean? Like, hey, sexy, how you doing?
It's just like to me, it feels like you have a limited vocabulary because there's a whole bunch of words in which you can use to describe me because I don't dress sexy per se. Like I have, a shape and I try to accentuate it, but the goal is not for you to be thinking that can I curse?
Hell yeah.
Right. The goal is not for you to be looking at me to say that I'm fuckable, and to me that's what sexy is.
You want to be unfuckable.
Okay,
no, I don't want you to say that I'm fuckable.
Can he think it?
I don't know what's in his mind. Right?
So let's go the other way. So what do you, aside from what turns you off, what turns you on?
So I like consistency.
Okay, consistency's good.
I am a texter, and so I like when somebody knows how to text and respond to a text.
So does that include like grammar? Like I mean, when you say how to text, do you mean do you want the WYD, or do you want someone to actually have a complete sentence?
No, the complete sentence is not necessary, but a correct wording is true. Okay. So I don't need you saying there if you really mean there or there.
Okay, so you want that apostrophe. If it's
for that, like if we're just doing how you doing, HY, whatever that is, and WID and cuz, CUZ, like all of that is fine. But don't come in and spell something inappropriately and you use the wrong word. That
okay, so we got a grammar like stickler. Okay, so when you're looking at somebody like maybe physically. what is the thing?
So.
You got a visual because you're smiling. Come on now. She got pretty teeth. She's showing them all.
So,
who's your Hollywood crush, by the way, while you answer that?
I have a couple.
Name the top one or two.
My top two is Common and Idris Elba.
Oh, Rosh and Idris.
Sorry. That's my wife's other man. Idris. So let me ask you
Idris
this.
is everybody's other man.
Idris jumps in your DM, uses there incorrectly.
Right.
Right? And calls you sexy. You still going out with him?
No,
because he's married.
I think if he was single.
Oh, come on.
No,
if Idris Elba.
See, I'm calling
because
BS.
the problem is, here's the issue. I'm not, we're going to get into that later. I'm not I have a little bit of traditional values where I still value sex. And I sex is like sacred still to me. And so to do it casually is not good to me, and so I kind of feel like if he jumped in my DM and called me sexy and spelled it wrong, I feel like he ain't trying to put forth no
You're gonna miss that sexy when you're 95 years old.
No way. So if Idris Elba came in and wanted to blow your back out, you'd be like, no, because I have
Idris,
values.
You called me sexy. I'm not sexy.
Because to blow my back out,
sexy.
right? Here's the issue. To blow my back out means that you just trying to hit it once and you gone. Like, I got to be able to keep my interest because I'd like to get my back blown out a few times.
I'm saying if he came in respectfully, but he spelled there wrong. He was,
But he said sexy. That was the disrespect.
That's a bad word like that to you?
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
All right, number one. I ain't gonna go into it yet. I wouldn't discount online dating. I mean, that preceded when I got married, but I think you can meet people anywhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Yeah.
My buddy met his wife at the Click.
At the Click.
She was visiting.
The Click. Oh my
Lord.
Engineer.
I was gonna say, what's popping?
Right. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back to your choice factors. Okay, so we like black men.
That's all we know.
Must he be a black man?
No.
Okay, he does not have to be. Okay, do we have a height preference?
Under 6 feet, please.
Under.
Yes.
Wow.
Why?
Yeah, I'm only 5'5". I can't be doing.
She like, I ain't greedy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Made me feel tall real quick.
So if he's 5'8", that's better than if he were 6'2".
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So some of you guys who have a little bit of height challenge.
Yeah, 5'8" is better than 6'2". But
Okay.
but 6'2" is better than 5'6" though.
Okay. Okay. Wait. Back. Okay. So you're 5'5".
I'm 5'5".
So you don't want anybody who's an inch taller because if heels go on, then maybe you're 5'8",
Right.
and then he's like you're putting your drink on his head. Okay, cool. But if he were like 5'10", that might be optimal.
Yep.
Okay. I just want to make sure that we were all clear.
But
on qualifications.
It's not a
deal breaker.
right. That's not.
If he
a deal
was
Because that's like
5'4",
the perfect height.
but had a big personality.
5'10"
Oh, that's
is
not
perfect.
Well,
Is it? Well, not for me.
yeah.
5'10" for me is that marginal weird height.
I would never
Reese,
know about the 5'4".
I'm like 5'10" is the perfect height.
I would never know about his personality if he's 5'4".
Why?
It wouldn't have.
He would not be. You'd be staring. You'd be looking around the room, and he'd be down there.
Yeah,
Is that what
I
you're saying?
wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we've established that under 6 feet is better, but over 5'6" is really key.
Yeah, between
Okay.
5'8" and 6 feet is fine.
Okay, between 5'8" and 6 feet, that's cool. Okay. he doesn't necessarily have to be black. Okay, cool. Must he? Tell me about his financial profile.
So I need him to be financially wise in that he has a portfolio of items. So having a home is a necessity. He has to own property of some
Let's qualify that. It should be a good home. Like every home ownership is not good home ownership.
I said the same thing. We talked about this before.
Well,
he's got some raggedy shit that he can't get rid of.
I said the same thing.
That is a liability.
Well, so the thing is, home ownership is a necessity, and being wise with his finances is a necessity as well.
So what if he's an NFL coach? He just moves to Chicago and he's renting a place downtown.
Now that's different. I will say no. I mean, he could be a freaking FedEx supervisor and then just moved here from Chicago. Like, I get the separation from you just moved in. However, unless you coming from New York, and that's really the only place I know of, but unless you coming from something like that, I would have preferred that you sold all your possessions at the other location and now you're here, or maybe your other place is still like you have a place in California or whatever and you rent it out, but have property, like, because
how much money does this man have to make or have?
I really just want him to be able to manage his finances appropriately.
He could be a teacher.
Be wise. Yeah, he could be a teacher.
All right.
He could be a teacher as long as he's because usually it's not what you make, it's what you keep.
Right. It's how you manage your finances. That's
because
important.
I'll tell you something. I knew a lot of guys who they were like, I'm renting because if I meet a woman and we get serious, I'm just gonna have to sell it anyway. Like, she's gonna have preferences about what we buy together.
And I've heard that before. The problem is, if you've never owned property in your 50s, because I don't like younger men,
that's another thing we're about to get
it
to.
becomes an issue.
Okay, so he's got to be okay. All right, so now we've established that you like men that are older.
Okay.
You just said that.
I feel like I want to.
Well, you are. I'm about.
No.
We're about to be 3 men talking.
Hold on.
Gina
B is asking.
Gina
B is asking. She's asking
dun.
awesome questions. I'm going to gently Kris the Critic you in a little bit.
Gently.
Gently.
Just letting y'all know, I did not think that these were going to be the focus of the questions.
No,
you are resident single expert.
And not only that, but the gentle Kris the Critic is oxymoronic. So we're clear.
Everybody
anyway,
who leaves the studio wants to come back.
Yes, kind of. That's because of me, sweetie. Anyway.
True.
So,
yes, I love her.
It really is. It's not because of me. So, and the reason why I'm asking these questions is because the whole point is thinking outside the box on dating.
Okay.
And so, are there areas where you might want to think outside the box? This is what we're trying to establish. So, it's not about like, chicken, what do you think? It's really kind of, okay, so let's go back to the age thing. So, it's okay. So, the whole thinking outside of the box thing is, have you considered dating older or younger? Have you considered dating people who aren't necessarily the nationality you thought originally? Have you considered dating people who weren't degreed if you were previously looking for degreed? I mean, like, is there a way to open the aperture so that the dating life can be more successful? That's the whole point of the show. That's the reason why I'm asking the question.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it isn't just to get in your business.
I do want to get in your business a little. Not bad.
Yeah, he does.
Do you want to be married?
No.
Okay, so so you're open to just date.
What do you want, chicken?
So, like I said, because I'm in a space where I give too much of myself in relationships, I need some time to be in a relationship where I can be selfish, where I can tend to my needs and attempt to tend to his needs as well, and make sure that I put myself first. So I need some time to date to figure that out, because I've been in, 2 serious committed relationships where I've given my all. And, right now I'd like to pour into me for a little bit.
Now, how long have you been single?
I prefer not to answer.
Okay, very cool. She's like, I recuse myself.
I just got rid of that.
5 minutes ago. I've been single for, what time is it? No, but okay. So, but I think that that's part of thinking outside the box on dating now.
I think that's doable.
Part of it. But part of it
You're not even trying to be married. I know,
Like, I want I don't know if y'all saw that post out, but I want I want a lot of forever right nows or forever nows or forever
tonight.
Forever tonight. I want to live in the moment.
That poem. I saw it. There was a lady.
Forever.
She dropped this poem. It sounded like she should have been on Love Jones, but
some people said she was AI.
There were a couple lines in there that I didn't even comment because I'm trying to be peaceful.
No,
but Do you want a committed one-on-one relationship with this man you don't want to be married to? Because if he's enamored with you, he may not want you dating other folks. So is this a committed one-on-one relationship?
Yes, that's what I would prefer.
Now, you know we die before y'all. And if you marry somebody with a whole bunch of money, you get that.
That is not the best thing to rely on.
That's what I would do if I was one.
Because what happens if I die first? Then I'd be like, dang, I done married this man and now
if you die first, you don't care.
Well,
yeah, you don't really care.
There's that.
You did.
It's the least of my worries, right?
She did. Yeah, she gone. But part of thinking outside the box on dating, though, is maybe the next guy could be less needy.
Yes.
So it's if you're attracted to a type,
yes,
then you might need to look like, what are the signs that you saw of the people that you were with who maybe were needy? But see, here's the problem that I usually find that when you're attracted to people who are a certain way, that says a lot about you. And else says a lot about them. So that means that there is work, to be done. There's work to be done to think outside the box on dating anyway, though.
Let me ask you this. Most people, in some way, shape, or form, I always say, I use the term total package score, right? You got finances, right? Physical, how they look, and then values, right? You're a devout Christian and, he's just a wild pagan, or whatever the case. Rank those three. Value, looks, physical, or money? Which 1, 2, 3?
Values, looks, and money.
Can't have it all. I mean, you can have a little bit of it all. Well, nobody's total 5s.
Yeah,
well, this might be a 4. This might be a 5. This might be a 2.
Some of you can kind of work on.
Values is so
I can tell you, men normally, we're like, yeah, we don't care too much about that. We're going to lower that value.
You said values. Okay, hold up. You said values, looks, and finances.
Yeah. Because if he walks up, you got to know what you want. That's all I'm saying.
So values. And when you say values,
are you really
like
thinking about
that? Because when he said values, he mentioned religion, and that was like.
Well, maybe you value somebody who's trustworthy.
Somebody who's trustworthy,
nice, kind, gentle. Whatever the case, gentle. Whatever you think, what you value,
your core
he's that.
Values are these are my core values.
Hands down, value, finances, looks. There we go. That's my rank. Yep.
But you married such a good-looking man.
I got lucky.
Values, finances.
I got very lucky because values are how he treats you. Values are how he treats his mama. That's how he does business. That's how ethical he is.
Yes.
It's all of the things.
Okay,
it's not.
I needed to hear from a woman's
perspective. But
yes,
it's not anything you can change.
That's why I got Gina B on here. See that?
You cannot change a person that has values.
Gotcha.
You can't instill it. You can't. It's got to be. It's part of him, right? And you can never. You can never give someone values who doesn't have them. If someone has the morals of a gutter, you just can't.
Okay. Then it's values, looks, and money. Then
for you,
yeah, values, looks, and money. Because if he got good values, I can give him some principles on how to make money.
So let's talk about. I don't know if I believe you. I don't know. I think we lie to ourselves, all of us, not just you.
This is what she's probably.
Most of the guys.
You
I
don't
think
have to believe him.
No, there's a couple. I'll tell you why I say this. There's a couple on my block. They are Indian, from an arranged marriage.
Love it.
And they were explaining this to me. They were saying, when you pick yourself, this is what they believe. You don't look at what matters all the time. Whereas your family looks at, are they going to be a good husband?
Yes.
Is he going to be responsible?
Yes.
Is he going to be this? Is he going to be that? So, I say that to say sometimes we all pick wrong, That's why I asked the question on. So I was going to ask you, because in this country, I know it's men and women, we like good-looking people. It's a lot of reality shows. The men look great. The women look great. So you sitting there thinking, I want great, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Are most of the guys you've dated in the past or married are some really good-looking men? Because it didn't work.
Look at you smiling.
But I think, you know what I'm saying? Someone who takes pride in their appearance, I'm going to say that, I'm going to guess that they are.
So.
Told you I had to critic you.
Right. So.
You got to get to know yourself.
2 things. I have dated some attractive men.
It's coming out now. So you do value looks up there.
I do, but
Let's call it.
I would like to change my answer.
There you go, and that's fair. That's good.
Because upon considering it, because I'm not thinking fine when I'm thinking looks. I'm just thinking I'd like him to be presentable. And so, but if I'm not thinking fine, then yes, I would rather money. So I would rather values money and then looks.
And what you just did, if you guys are watching, men and women, it's okay to change your mind.
It is.
I think sometimes
That's what this is about, actually.
Because sometimes we get stuck in our mind.
Right.
I got to have that, and I keep dating that,
right,
and that doesn't work. So it's good.
That's what this show is about. It's thinking outside the box.
That wasn't painful at all, was it?
It means a mindset shift.
That wasn't even painful.
See, it's already working.
Not at all.
Chris the Critic.
It's already working. It's the Kris and Gina relationship show.
What else you got, Gina?
What else you got?
Shout out to Esau Side. He watching the show. I'm sorry, I got buddies watching the show.
Well, you got people watching. My husband's
what up,
watching.
E?
Nate Turner's watching. Thank you. He's still not following. What's your boy Clete talking about? Your boy somebody's still not following. He's still not following what?
What else you got, Gina B?
He's still not following the show. Anyway, okay. So, how do you then think?
Gina B puts the apple juice in the cups.
Oh yeah, please. Can I get some apple juice?
Okay.
But she was asking a question. You wasn't supposed to do that in the middle.
Because he doesn't care. See, this is him putting his own needs ahead of anybody else's.
See what I do?
Isn't it, Chris?
I'm gonna let y'all beat up on me.
All right. Well, that's
my
fine.
producer Reese supposed to jump on and defend me, but
okay.
I'm tripping.
So, do you think that everyone's looking for the same person?
No.
You don't think so?
I absolutely do not. I actually believe in the law of attraction. And I think that people attract certain types of people based on the things in which that they want. So then, therefore, just like it's so many different choices out here and so many different things to choose from. It's just like looking for a car. You know, everybody doesn't want a BMW. Everybody doesn't want a Chevy. Everybody doesn't want, but some people want those things.
They do. They can't afford it.
Well, some people actually prefer American made.
Yeah.
Like they literally would not, dare dabble in a non-American car.
That's because I can't afford the maintenance of
But then there are other people that'll say, I only want to do German cars.
Right.
I won't look at anything else, so.
I mean, they all have market share, so everybody's buying something, right?
Right.
But for different reasons.
For different reasons. So I think that there are people that want different things. I think some stuff looks good. Like I say, Idris Elba, oh, he's cute, he's sexy, it's this, it's that.
I think he's empirically cute, though.
Right.
I got a question. For both of you, Gina B.
What you got?
We've talked about this on other shows because, and I look at a lot of numbers. So they looked at all these dating sites all over the world, and they asked the women if they could have 80%. There's like 4,000 people in this study. 80% of everything you want in a man. Would you pick that man? Only about 20% of the women said yes. They asked men if you could have 80% of everything you want in a woman. 80% of the men said yeah. I say that to say...
Yeah, what are you saying?
Well, women are doing great, and that's a great thing. And I think with that...
Really?
They are becoming more picky. Do a quick Google search.
Do you think that women are...
I'm just wondering, is that getting in the way?
I think that, okay, so that study's not linear. The reason why is because there are things that are weighted, right? Like, so 80%, what does that 80% include?
Granted,
like,
and that's
what's missing?
Thing.
What's missing?
How many
nobody asked me.
Let's just reach up and grab a number. If a random woman made a list of her ideal man, how many numbers? 1, 2, what do you think it's going to go to?
10.
Just guess. 10?
I'll pull my list up and tell you.
I don't know. Maybe I have more than
20?
Chicken's got
about, just estimate. 20 things. How many do you think a man would have?
About maybe
5.
Yeah, 5.
So who's more picky? Wait a minute.
Well, I mean, from a numerical standpoint, but it depends on what's on that list.
You see why we do this?
But here's what's important.
And it's nothing wrong with being more selective. I think women should be.
Here's what's important.
Because men are simple ass creatures.
Correct.
So it's nothing wrong with it, but.
And also, you guys are,
women
some
are more
of you guys
selective.
are notoriously bad pickers on top of it.
Ooh.
Like, look at all
Men?
the dudes that have terrible baby mamas. Oof. Look at that. Like, so many guys that have just,
Reese?
like, horrific. Like, why did you even look in that direction? Like, are you insane?
Didn't want to do
were
this.
you blind in one eye and couldn't see out the other? Did you have no, like, what were you fucking thinking? Like, that's
He wasn't.
And that
Somebody
is a result.
something else was thinking.
And so therefore, well, I only look for these 5 things. Well, there's a reason. Like, yes, you overlooked about 35,000 of them that you should have, you know what I mean?
Let's talk about it. You got girlfriends or single?
Correct.
All right. When they date, and you think about this too,
I will think about it.
typically who ends the relationship?
Oh, don't even start that.
Let her answer the question.
Okay,
Don't lead the
go
witness.
ahead. You're leading her.
Think about you when you
You've been
date.
divorced twice.
Oh,
Who
That's
ended the
different.
relationship?
But even
Is
when
it
you
different?
let's talk about just dating.
that's different from me.
Most women end relationships. Would we agree?
Oh yeah, I guess that.
So if that's the case, Gina B,
We go
if
through this all the
most
time.
women end the relationship, so the man picks the person he wants, the woman decides, I no longer want you. Why are you saying men are bad pickers?
Because men.
We're picking who we want.
Because men.
That makes
tend-
sense, Reese?
Because men only need those 5 things. So then, therefore,
Like Gina B said.
Okay.
Like Gina B said, we're picking what we want.
So then, therefore, after those 5 things are either not met or whatever, you guys will cheat or you guys will check out of the relationship.
Which then.
And so when you check out of the
The
relationship,
old change the question.
no, I'm saying you got a man that you, because this is what I believe. I believe that there's a cheater and then there's a man who cheats. I think that those 2 people are different. And I think a man who chooses a wife and says, I want to marry her, that man has decided that he no longer wants to be with other women and he wants to be with her. Not the man that got her pregnant, not the man that is marrying her because she gave him an ultimatum. The man that says, this is the woman I want to be because he picked her, right? So that man, I think that he puts in the effort and does what he wants. And then you might have that woman that, one, she might be like me, where she pours in her everything, because all he needs is those.
So she picked
I still
bad.
talk? I think I'm still, she didn't pick bad.
Okay.
She poured into him.
Just commented you.
She poured into him and did all these things for him. And he, in turn, only needed those 5 things, and then he didn't take care of her needs. And then she, in turn, started getting neglected, but she's pouring into him because all he needed is them 5 things, whatever is done, and he's satisfied. So he come home, he's straight. My wife is good. Forgetting she still got needs. She still got them other 20 things that she still wants you to keep doing, and you're not doing those things no more.
All right. Thank you.
She raises a
I
good
think
point.
most women would agree with that.
And
Reese,
the other thing.
I need one guy to chime in before I chime
All
in.
right.
I got Reese. Are you buying this?
Hell nah.
Hell nah. What are you back there saying?
Because the
Pouring in. I was saying, look like,
What?
listen to this bullshit she's saying.
What is that bullshit?
I didn't say
what are you
this.
talking
That's
about?
not. First off, don't disrespect the guest.
Please don't. Please don't.
No, that's fine. I want you to be real.
But
Tell me.
But let's think about it. I mean, let's just think about it. The assumption is, if something goes wrong, the man did it.
No, we never said that.
I didn't hear you
Never.
say that the woman's pouring in, the man cheats. I didn't hear you say the woman cheats. The woman. I just heard you give the negative. And granted, men do those things. I submit women do them as well.
Because we were only talking about
we were-
why a man.
We were talking about
What he was talking about was who breaks up.
who breaks up was the
Okay.
question, and you
And
answered
we're-
something else.
And
Can
I
I
was
chime in?
answering why it is a woman will leave that relationship because you got these 2 separate types of men. And even though, because to your point, you said he chose her. So I'm telling you that man that chose, we don't even talking about the cheater, that man that chose this wife, he chose her and got his 5 needs met and fulfilled.
Who's saying that?
Because he chose her. That's all he
But
needed.
why does that mean he's getting his needs met?
Because you said he chose. You said all he needed
Chose
is
doesn't
5
mean the
things.
needs are being met. I could choose you and you could cheat on me. You could not cook dinner for 5 years. Just because I chose you don't mean you meeting anything.
Then
right?
why'd you choose me then?
Because I made a bad pick, right?
So you're just gonna ride that shit out?
But don't assume that the woman,
A whole nother topic.
That
then.
is a whole different
I'm just
topic.
saying.
Right.
But okay.
Because you
so
said yes, so I should have checked all your boxes.
I need a show of hands.
I should have checked all your boxes. I can't be doing wrong. You didn't fulfill one of my 5 things. So
we only talking about the woman that fulfilled those needs. That's what you said. You said she fulfilled those needs, so you picked her. So your question was,
who leaves the relationship?
I picked her, so now I decided to leave.
Men don't leave like women do.
I got picked, and I decided to leave.
Everybody in the audience, when you go home, call a random single woman who dates and ask them, in your past 7 relationships, who ended it?
Okay, let me
overwhelmingly, the woman is going to end most of the relationships.
I'm sure everyone hears a weird noise, which is ultimately the sign.
But let me give y'all some
rolling my eyes.
Let me give you some real numbers.
Because
let me give us some real numbers.
Yeah, give me some real numbers.
You can pull up Forbes while you
talk.
Look up
pulling up
top
Forbes.
reasons for divorce. Cheating isn't one of them. It's irreconcilable differences, which is I just sort of got tired of them. You didn't do nothing wrong. No fault.
Again, the eye rolls are happening.
They do studies on this stuff. So if you
I
don't
understand,
believe me,
but there's certain things
women
that are not
cheat,
measurable
men cheat.
on
Women
these studies.
cheat, men cheat.
We're not even talking about cheating right now.
Well, she mentioned it. I
We're
want to
talking
answer.
about who breaks up.
She mentioned it. I just want to address it.
Oh, Lord, today.
My apologies. I didn't. It was just talking about
stepped
the
on a minefield. Okay.
Right. I didn't mean to step on a minefield.
I'm not. I'm just looking at it from both ways.
It's just, first of all, A, off topic. B, there are things that cannot be measured in the study. Like, I need a show of hands of the men that are watching right now. Okay. I see Brian Foster. I see Nate Turner. I see a few people. All right. Have any of y'all ever decided y'all wanted to end a relationship but didn't want to do it directly? So you made the situation so untenable for the woman in the relationship that she broke up with you.
No, we might have been seeing another woman.
That is some bull to the shit.
No,
like, y'all are lying.
No, because what it is really her, and now we didn't fed up with the bullshit. So now we just said fucking.
Now let's ask the men. Let me ask the man a question. Hey, Reese, let's ask men a question. And if you're watching out here, answer. Any men ever been cheated on?
Of course they have.
Oh yeah, hold on.
Wait, I think
any men ever been lied to?
Of course they have.
Still getting lied to.
So wait a minute.
Well, that's your fault.
Well, wait a minute. So when you get married, the women don't cheat anymore.
No,
and they don't lie anymore.
Correct.
It's just the men.
But they gotta cheat. Oh, it's not just them. It's nobody.
Brian's like every relationship I've been in. What are you reacting to, Brian?
I'm just saying. Everybody assumes that the man comes from a bad place or she left. No. But whether it's dating or not, everybody says she left because the man did this.
That's not true.
As if a woman is incapable of doing something wrong.
Let me give you another solution. Let me give you another situation.
Reese, watch this. 300,000 DNA tests every year. 32% are not the father. Women lie.
No, it has nothing to do with that. Let me give you another circumstance that can't be measured. Okay. Other circumstances that can't be measured. What do you mean women? Okay, whatever. Anyway.
Women and men lie. That is not reserved for men.
But there's another situation where there are men who don't do anything in the relationship in general. Like, they check out, they don't participate, they don't do anything.
That's kind of what I said.
So what makes you think they're going to participate in a breakup? Like, women file for divorce. Well, he didn't do anything in the first place. Like, he didn't do shit. Why would he have the Why
is the assumption that he didn't do shit?
Why would he check out? Did you ever think about did that ever come?
No, it's got to be the man that's wrong.
Man checking out. You feel me? Like, what am I doing? Because
Brian says he gets him to leave.
When I first met him, I was his everything. Now all of a sudden he's checked out.
Y'all heard the rule.
Hold on. I did everything I could. I got down on one knee. I went out and bought a ring. I said, I'm gonna I'll die for you. Burglar come in the house. I'm going down first. And one day I just say, you know what? Fuck it.
What's his name?
I have to admit that
Reese. I just say fuck it.
Or D, whatever you want.
Like nothing happens.
Brian Foster.
I just say, you know what?
What?
I to have and to hold. I call my hold. I'm gonna do it. I done dated 20 women in my life, and I picked you. And one day, just for no good reason, fuck her. That don't even make sense.
I applaud Brian for being honest.
That don't even make sense.
He says he gets him to leave me.
Does that make sense?
He says the women are just leaving for no reason. Like, so everything is okay. And then all of a sudden they're just like, I'm out.
I'm not even saying that.
That's not true.
I'm saying every relationship is unique. The only thing I know definitively is you can look this up. Men get cheated on too.
And guess
this
what?
Isn't about who's getting
Hold
cheated.
on, let me finish.
Right. My apologies. That was still my fault.
Can I get a point out before
You've gotten many
Can you
points
hear the
out.
whole thing?
Okay,
I
do
listened to
nothing
her
but get
whole
points out.
thing. Did you said, Chris, let me
But
finish. I said, I'm sorry, go ahead.
You though. I am speaking.
And I
was
stopped.
speaking.
I'm not even saying that to you.
Several times.
So, and y'all look this up. When a higher percent of men stay when cheated on than when women are cheated on. Look it up when you go home.
I definitely have to look that up.
Sure. And when you do, what are you going to say? What are you going to say?
No.
When you look it up, let's say I'm true. What are you going to say?
Damn,
I didn't know that.
I'm going to say. And I'm going to say I apologize.
So the only thing I can
but
look,
I highly doubt that.
Because what women can do all day and Brian Foster can do all day is say, well, if it's a given situation, it ain't going right, the man did this. Okay, that's subjective. And what I can look at and say, more women leave than men.
Okay.
70+% of divorces are women leave. So I'm only looking at what happens. I'm not saying who's at fault. Maybe y'all right. Maybe the men are just asses. Prove it. Because I say what Reese said. The man, something happened where he thought this is the best thing that ever happened to me. And he got down on one knee. And all of a sudden, you did nothing but be your best self. And he just said, fuck it.
No one's saying there was no stimuli.
Correct. I'm gonna repeat it because apparently you was not
missed something
listening.
in translation.
Yeah, so I'm gonna repeat it.
Such harsh.
I'm just gonna say I'm
A
gonna
little
repeat
thug
it
in you. Where you grew up at?
a little bit. Robert Taylor.
I knew
So
it.
what I'm saying is,
GD.
so I'm gonna get.
Stone, run it.
What is happening right now? Go ahead.
I'm gonna give the example again, and I'm telling from my perspective. Correct.
That's all women do.
I was stating it's possible when you're in a relationship, when a man and a woman are in a relationship, even a marriage, where the woman can possibly give so much of herself that she forgets about her needs.
Absolutely.
It's not the man's fault that she forgot about her needs. It's her fault. It's all her fault that she forgot to do that. I'm not blaming.
Absolutely.
I'm not passing the blame on the man and saying that he was wrong. He could have been a great provider.
Do men ever do that?
I'm still talking.
Do men ever give all themselves?
I'm still talking.
She's speaking. She's speaking.
So as the man is getting his 5 needs met that you mentioned earlier, and she has her 20 list of things that she wants, that she needs, and he begins to get his needs met and failing to meet her needs. And so then where he went wrong, where he didn't take care of those 20 items or whatever it was he was doing in the beginning, and she failed to keep reminding him, hey baby, I still need date night. Hey baby, I still need sex like this. Hey baby, I still need you to do this. Hey baby, so it gets to the point where she stops wanting to remind him because she still got to wash. She still got to take care of her needs. She still got to take care of the kids' needs. She still got to do all this other stuff. And so now her needs are starting to fall further and further away. So then to him, it's all of a sudden, I want a divorce. But she's been nagging, saying these small little things throughout the last 5 years, but you haven't been hearing those things because they were small and they built up. And so of course we hold stuff in. Yes, that's our fault. We'll hold stuff in, but we've mentioned it. We've thrown little tidbits like, hey, I'm bored, baby. I'm tired of being on the couch. Hey, baby, I would like to go out, baby. I would like for you to take me X-where. I would like for you to do this. And then when you don't do those things, after a while, it's like, well, what am I supposed to do?
Right. What am I living on?
I have no
What
objection.
am I living on? So my point is,
It's like
going back to your statement, no.
I agree with you.
So
I
no.
mean, you can't not water a flower.
I'm just wondering, do
So that's
women
what I'm
ever
saying.
are women ever negligent in their duties, or just the men? Because you spent 5 minutes.
We're not blaming.
I'm not. It's not about blame. I just listened to her and I agreed with you. I agreed with her. The man may not be doing his list. Is it possible the women not doing their list?
That is possible.
Or just the man?
No, it's possible.
Because I've only heard her give one side every time.
she's a
Because
woman.
your question is, right, I need you to stay on topic, baby. Please stay on topic. Your question is, why are women leaving? The man, we ain't talking about the man's needs because he's deciding to stay. So his
According
needs
to
are,
you.
according to you, you're saying that only women leave. So I'm telling you the
Is
reason.
it possible that men are more committed? Is it possible that men are more
Not
committed? Is it
conclusive.
possible that
It's
women are
not
more emotional
conclusive.
creatures, which they are?
Ain't no possible. That's
And so men are more fix it. I
These
want to
men
make it
know.
work.
I don't
How
know.
about this? Reese,
Some of these men are
you take a
bitchy.
vow. Most of them say something about for better, for worse, richer, for poor.
Which
We're
is
now
bullshit,
we're now
but okay.
one. And maybe a man is thinking,
I didn't go with obey.
It's what it is. maybe the man is thinking, there's a vow.
Right.
Damn me for sticking to a vow. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I hear
You're
that.
making it seem like men are so pious.
But
like men are
I'll tell you what's going on.
I've dated many married men
Why?
who were committed to their wives. However, I was still there.
Why did you date married men?
Oh, because it helped
Well,
my
where'd
needs.
that go?
Okay.
Another topic.
Well, that ain't that
It
show.
helped my needs.
This ain't that
We need
show.
another show.
Damn,
But
Gina,
I'm
that's
saying-
next week's show.
To your point, that's all I'm saying.
Women don't do nothing bad like that.
I'm just saying, you know, the man is committed.
Just men.
He's committed. He takes care of his kids. He takes care of his wife. And he's also taking care of me.
I'm just wondering.
Or took care.
I agree.
Took care.
I think
I'm just wondering.
Long time ago.
I'm just wondering, since we agreed that women are more emotional.
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
So that means
Which
if
does not
we
mean that either
dating
one of us are emotional. I'm just saying.
and you do something really bad, I'm going to think logically, well, is she a bad person? Long term, should this work? I think the good outweighs the bad. I'm going to give her a shot and repair this. Where if you're emotional and I do something bad, oh, fuck that. So doesn't mean that you were perfect over here checking your boxes.
Correct.
It means that I'm more this. Now, I'll tell you, and this is where I do love equality. I love women making money. I love it. But the laws still are as if they don't make shit. So, make people accountable for their decisions. If you take out alimony, I bet you see less people marrying people that they don't really love, men and women. They just wouldn't. Because you're not going to marry that NBA dude and get half his shit. I'm just saying.
We're off topic.
I'm giving a reason why it's easier for women to leave.
Okay,
because they get shit.
That's off topic.
Well,
Okay,
that's why they leave.
The whole thing's off topic. The whole thing.
All right. Start giving men.
The whole thing.
If women had to lose the kids and women had to pay more alimony,
Way off topic.
they wouldn't leave.
Way off topic. And
Yeah,
that's not true.
Objection and off
Right.
topic.
Objection.
Okay. So we're back to dating outside the box and how
Oh,
that
yeah.
can be.
God damn it. You did that. She did
Like,
that. She took us
bonjour.
off topic.
Okay, well,
And
let's
I'm
get
easily
back.
led
We've
astray.
got 9 minutes.
I told you, man,
We
was
got
simple.
9
You
minutes.
did that.
It's my husband picking me up. We got 9 minutes. Okay, so how can dating outside the box, how can looking outside the box on your normal dating habits help you out? Is there can you think of any type of man that you have not dated that you think maybe that would be kind of fun? And I haven't tried it, and it could result in something different. You said you don't know any people that are outside of you know black people. You said when I ask you this black man, you said you don't know any other.
Right.
Okay. You don't necessarily meet like white, Asian, any other Hispanic, whatever, any other type of man.
Why don't more black women date outside their race? I'm a proponent of that. I'm a proponent of finding love wherever you can find it.
Well, I've been going to Ceres, the bar downtown, and so
Where's that?
To drink?
to drink. The place on it's on Jackson Street. It's like they're known for heavy pouring.
They pour serious drink.
Oh, so you just getting there.
But
getting
it's
blitzed.
the downtown district. It's the what is that called?
It's the Loop.
Financial.
That's the financial.
Oh, the financial district. Oh, South Loop. Okay,
yeah, it's
I'm not really. quite
Khalid
there.
Hankins, if you're there, give us synopsis of
Yeah.
Ceres. But the reason I say that is I hear, all men have their faults. I said on the promo, men are simple creatures, right? We've always been that way since the beginning of time. If women aren't liking what they get, let's talk about black folks. They somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, so what? So okay.
Like, what's
so
so good about black men
cut
if
her
we
off,
ain't
though.
doing this? I'm just asking you.
No. I just want to
You-
know.
you a woman. You can answer.
But what's her thought? So you go to Ceres. So what happens there?
Well, it's just I was just hoping. I mean, I was just open, not hoping.
Hoping
I was
and open.
I was open, open.
I was open
I was
while I was drinking.
right. I was
Everybody's
I was just
commenting on
open, that's all.
Ceres.
Everyone's like, yes.
He says I'm following now.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you go to Ceres. So you're hoping you're open.
I was just
to-
open,
Now,
just in
what
case
is
I
what
meet
is
new
the
people.
demographic there? Because I haven't been.
So it's a wide variety of people, a wide range.
Now, have you
Just
gone out on
blacks.
some dates with some non?
Unfortunately, I haven't really dated because it takes a long time to get to the dating process. And as I said, I need consistency. So between the texting process and the phone call, typically people tend to fall off. So I've been on 2 dates since I've been single. And,
well, so the thing.
Let me ask you, Gina B.
Yeah.
And you're married, but you answer for what you see out in those dating streets.
Yeah, or I
Why
was
don't
not
you
always
think more
married.
sisters date other races?
You know what?
They complain about black men
women,
enough.
and you know what?
I'm
Okay,
out.
You gotta meet 'em.
So, but here's the deal: if you're going to date someone different, you have to think through how they approach is going to be a little different, right?
We do it.
Like black men and Hispanic men are very aggressive pursuers. They just are, and they'll be like, "What's up, sexy?" or "Hey, mommy." You know, they're very aggressive pursuers. Other men are not necessarily aggressive pursuers. So they might think you're cute, but they're a little more in the cut. And so you can't until they're ready to not be in the cut, right?
What about white men? Because they seem to get a little bit of everybody.
They're not particularly aggressive pursuers.
But they get
Correct.
Asians, they get Hispanics.
That's because they're getting it does not mean I'm talking about methodology.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
So what I'm saying is that you have to look for different methodologies if you want to be successful in that. Like, you can't always think that because a guy isn't coming up to you and just kind of overpowering you with all that bullshit,
right,
that they're not interested. Because I think a lot of times black women don't always see the interest that other men are throwing them, because that's not what we're looking for. We're still looking for the way that black men approach.
Well, I will say, for me personally, I am a social bird, and so I typically smile at people. I don't have the RBF, the resting bitch face. I don't have that. I am a smiler.
You are a smiler. You supported all the Noop events, and I saw you smiling at all of them.
So I'm open. So if somebody is interested, they have gotten a smile from me, and it will be up to them to kind of go to the next.
Let me chime in, just with some real practical things, suggestions, not just for you.
You didn't have a list,
but for everybody. I do. I'm an expert. Ladies.
Okay.
And if Mrs. Critic is watching, please chime in. When we talked about the beginning of the show, do something different.
Right.
If I were a woman, and I see women do this, they go to different places.
Right.
If they really like,
She's a series.
Like series.
You go to the Black Pilots Gala or
Go
the
to
Black
Tavern on the Rush and
Doctors
see what
Gala,
happens.
Tavern on the Rush,
or
right.
you travel, or you take up golf lessons at where all the whatever play. You got to do something different. You can't go to the family den.
Right. Correct.
Definitely
Or
don't
Geno's
do that.
all the time,
Yes.
Or at
and
all.
expect to find you. Not that you can't find it there. I was at Geno's yesterday.
You will not.
But I'm just saying you got to do something different. So
Absolutely not.
I'm just saying do something different. I think people think we know what we want. But, and we say this, me and you agree, you have needs and you got wants. I think needs, long term, outweigh wants. There are a lot of men that thought they just wanted a girl with a big booty, and that's all that mattered was the big booty, but then they got somebody who was loyal. She made them better. She, did all this. You got to think about your needs. And I think as people, we should look at needs more. And whether those needs come from white, black, maybe the perfect guy for me ain't 5'10", maybe he 5'8".
Right.
Maybe the perfect girl for me don't look like Beyonce. Maybe she Beyonce with a couple pounds, but she can go down in the kitchen, just makes me feel good. I think we need to first see who likes us. Men have to do this. I don't care. We'll shoot at anybody. We start getting shot down at 15, right? But at the end of the day, when I want to get married, if there are 3 people who like me, I ain't gonna settle. I'm picking one of them 3. You can only marry or have a long-term relationship with somebody who likes you. So see who likes you. And then you don't have to be with them, but see what they're like. I just tell men and women, get to know folks. They may not be packaged right? And usually where I get a lot of flack is when someone is very specific, saying, I gotta have a girl that looks like she walked off a runway and she's 25. And I'm like, okay, she's one of the most desirable people around. She ain't slow. You got the money for that? You got the look for that? Just like when women say, I want this guy with this, that, and the other. Sure, you want him, but is he looking for you? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you got to think about who likes you. and then decide.
Well, we're a little off topic still. So it's thinking outside the box means.
Miss Critic chimed in. She said
try different people.
Guided ponds.
Oh, try different ponds. Okay. I mean
that makes sense.
Same, different.
And that wasn't even bad.
But that's thinking outside the box on dating.
Chris Critic.
It's like just staying in the same box is going to get you the same results. So it also means that you have to kind of adapt to how other things, outside of the box look, right? So.
And I will say, let me give you a compliment. I think Gina B and her husband match perfectly if you see them together. Aww. But if I met him and then I just met her, I don't know if I would think that. Because she's like, corporate this, blah, blah, blah. And he's sort of like me. He's into music, more nightlife, very successful, but they're just different. So I'm sure maybe that wasn't what he tried, and maybe that wasn't she tried. Yeah. My wife 5 feet tall. She used to date dudes this tall. I thought it was the weirdest thing.
Yeah. Well, okay. So Sean Smith brought up an interesting point.
Sean Smith is awesome.
Then we need to stop. But anyway, he says, are white men received as less aggressive in their approach because they may be hesitant to date a black woman because of personal concerns about judgment, as well as interracial dating? Is
Mendel Monarch in the building. Absolutely,
well, it's not that taboo anymore, for one. But but
absolutely.
Seriously, I have white male friends who have told me that some of them have been attracted organically to black women and not just when they're drunk. But they just never think that they're going to be well received. And so it takes them a minute to figure out.
Why do you think that?
They just don't think black women are going to like them.
Do you think black women are doing anything? Because we know men have their faults. I can't
speak to the motivation of their thoughts.
No, I'm just saying. we talked about, and I will tell you, men make the decision a lot with the wrong head, always have been. I don't think that's changed.
Yeah, no.
Right? I submit to that. Men aren't out here doing stuff right. We always do stuff backwards. Women usually make us better, right? What do women do wrong?
Wait, I'm trying to figure out
what are women doing wrong in the days, but because they do a lot of things right.
So many. Right.
So many things. Like we could be.
I haven't heard any of the whole show.
What are you talking about? Women are the ones that are staying in these boxes. Not like a lot of women. Men are more apt to get outside the box than women are. Black women are very, very fiercely loyal to dating black men, even to the point where, there's so many black whatever, they'll date a broke black man, whatever they feel like. But we are so loyal to that's where we stay, and black men really don't have loyalty to that.
Loyalty is not a bad.
I've dated
loyalty
some very
is not a bad
financial.
quality.
I've dated some very financial.
Financial wrecks.
Loyalty is not a bad quality.
Very
name a real bad quality.
Gurus, yes.
No, but I mean, loyalty can be a bad quality if you're loyal to the wrong faction.
Do
and
they?
The wrong faction.
Do they? As men, we are subject to
I thought
this.
I was talking.
Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. What were you gonna say? No. Go ahead. Just go ahead. We're over anyway.
See?
So maybe we need another show on this.
I just wanted to say.
What were you gonna say, Chris? Okay. He's gonna get the last word, but go ahead. No, go for it.
He can wait.
Go for it. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, man or woman, most of life's problems lie in the mirror. The choices you make produce the outcomes you get, whether you're a man or a woman. So if I'm a man and I keep picking women, sure, I can say, she didn't do this, she didn't do that, she didn't do that. A lot of times it's me. And when no person has ever learned anything from being right, you only learn anything from being wrong. Kris the Critic. And you can fade us out.
That was the point of the whole show. The point of the show is...
Are you coming back?
The common denominator in all of your problems is usually you.
I was coming back.
FYI.
Give me some. Gina B in the place to be. Psh, Reese, way to hold down a brother. To you all out there, thank you for joining. Leave us y'all comments on this. I go back and look at them later. So if you see Kris and Gina respond, and it sounds like an asshole, it's me.
It's usually him.
Yeah.
It's usually him in general.
Peace and love. We out here like last year.
Space.
Thanks, babes. My wife said, very true.
Thank you for being here.
For me, oh, 'cause I need that ease. Put your pride aside for me. That ease. keep on saying, need all my love, it's never enough. I put up with you for too long.